Good morning, y'all. My name is Chris McIlroy. I've been involved in the chamber for about 3 years. Some of you know me going back all that way. I'm going to kind of go a little over my history briefly. I'm going to then talk about insurance briefly, and then I'm going to talk about the why briefly. I am currently an ambassador. I started as an Aflac agent. I've grown immensely. Thank you to the chamber. The chamber has been hands down the best bang for my buck I've ever spent. All right, so McIlroy Insurance, we do full array of medical, dental, vision, everything. So for those of you that saw my previous one, my past, I used to be an engineer for Halliburton, oil and gas for 16 years. I've worked in California as an open hole engineer, Denver, Colorado, Houston, Texas as a pulse neutron product champion, and then in Saudi Arabia as a case tool advisor. I have a bachelor's in mechanical engineering and a master's in industrial technology where I got 4.0 and number 1 in my class. I left the oil industry because I was laid off due to COVID. It was a mixed blessing. I did want to come home from Saudi to be with my family again. Thank you all. I started off with Aflac. I was just a tiny agent knocking on doors. That was a long time ago, but I was quite successful. And I was successful because I didn't give up. I knew that if I slept in a pickup truck on a rig site, that I could go knock on some doors. And so with that, I was become 2021 Rookie of the Year for the entire Houston market. Number 1 new accounts opener 21, 22. Number 2 and 23, I've also hit my quarterly bonus for 2 years straight. And I've won 4 trips, San Diego, Mexico, Las Vegas. And then last week I was in the Western Caribbean. Here's my family. Starting on the left is my wife, Brooke McIlroy. We've been married for 13 years. Center is my daughter, Mackenzie. Up, both drinking, is my daughter, Olivia, and my son, Braden. That's root beer. But I like to post funny pictures on Facebook. Some of the things I like doing, visiting all around Texas. Tyler took that picture on the left of us at the Renaissance Fair. It's me wearing a kilt. Just happened to run into him. Firearms, that's one of my shotguns. And then we typically go to Colorado every year jeeping. We were up in the Glenwood Springs area. That was last year. All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about business. There's 3 kinds of service: good, fast, and cheap. You can typically do 2. So if you're good and you're cheap, typically work's going to build up. You're not going to be super fast at it. Fast and good is going to be cheap, and then cheap and fast won't be good. Think of Taco Bell. So who do you want to be? The Chick-fil-A, what do they focus on? Quality and service. And what do they have every lunch? A line around the block. What is Taco Bell? Fast and cheap. And what don't they have a line around the block? Okay, so who do you want to be? Chick-fil-A. Yeah, that's who I am. I offer great service, a great product at a competitive price. But I'm not a race to the bottom. So profit, loss, and growth. I'm just going to go over this briefly. Many of you know about this. For customers, it's the cost to get versus the cost to keep a customer. Controlling costs has a lot to do with businesses nowadays. There's inflation, supply chain, but then kind of getting into the employees. Costs of not having the right workers. You end up with bad quality, losing customers, not getting customers. Costs of not having enough workers. That's what we call opportunity costs. It costs you money not to have the right people or enough of them. And then the cost of turnover, which a lot of us face. It costs money to hire, costs money to train, and it costs money to start that process all over again. So what do we try to look for? For growth in your business, do you want to work on your business or in your business? on your business is you're just making your own job. It's not a whole lot different than the corporate world, just a lot more stress. So ultimately, we want to hire employees to do the work we don't want to do, or we want to hire employees to do the work we don't have time to do. And an employee needs to make you more than they cost. An employee needs to free someone else up that makes more than they cost. Does that make sense? Any questions? So I hire people so that I can focus on more sales and taking care of my customers. All right, so what do I look for in a good employee? If you want to grow, you must have good employees. There's no doubt about it. Skills and knowledge. You know, if they're going to be a mechanic, do they know how to do it? But a lot of these things are not taught in a textbook. A lot of these are innate in the person. It is experience. Well, okay, that's the other one. Intelligence. I'm looking for someone that's reasonably intelligent. I don't need someone that's super smart, but reasonably intelligent. I'm looking for someone with a great personality. Can they greet the customer when they come in? Are they happy? I mean, you can't just train somebody to have a better personality. Okay, sorry. Passion, drive, integrity. When we sell, we want them to sell the right way. And then wisdom. I think wisdom is a combination of intelligence plus experience. All right, so we're all looking for these items. So what's the difference between a job and a career? A job is generally a paycheck and flexibility, but you have low quality and high turnover. As we move from a job to a career, it's a transition. We start to add benefits. That's why when I loved Halliburton, I loved all my benefits. Medical, dental, vision, paid time off, employee stock purchase plan, all of it. But can we get there from a small business right away? That answer is no. So we're going to take baby steps as we grow. As we offer more and more, we're going to get better and higher quality employees. Any questions there? Okay. Just all stuff I've figured out. So what am I? My McIlroy Insurance, I'm the owner agent. I do group and individual benefits, all of them. So we're going to talk briefly. Medical, what we want, kind of key points. I'm not going into details. Want to know about network, type, and size. Deductibles, co-insurance, out-of-pocket maximum. I'm looking at all of these when I'm putting together a package. I don't always want to sell the cheapest plan. I want to sell the best plan for you and your employees at a competitive price. I also do individual as well. Dental vision, I sell an amazing dental plan, 100% on preventative. Most plans are 80% on basic. I bump that up to 90. Most plans are 0 to 50% on major. I bump it up to 60. I give you up to $5,000 a year. And I throw in a free vision plan for about $41. It's pretty hard to beat my dental vision. Life and disability. $25,000 life on 10 employees. What do you think it costs per month to give everybody life insurance at your small business? Yeah, it's pretty cheap. It's about $200, and you can start benefits. So you can start benefits for a small business for very affordable amounts. You don't have to go full medical, full everything. We want to tiptoe into it. Disability, same thing. Up to 60% of your gross income, typically tax-free. We have short-term and long-term. Typically, we run short-term up to 3 months, and then we kick long-term in after that. Long-term will pay up to 65. Okay? Aflac, this is where I started. It pays on top of, in addition to, any health insurance you may have. It can be used for medical or personal expenses. It pays cash directly to the individual. My biggest seller is the cancer insurance. It is unfortunate, but I get a lot of people with cancer, and I pay out a lot of money, which is good because I want people to get as much money as they can. One, it's not my money. Thank you. All right. Benefit administration software, I throw this in for free. This is Initech. Some of you may have heard that movie Office Space. And so here's Michael Bolton, Peter Gibbons. And so employees can go in there and choose their own benefits. We can add, we can fire. I throw that in as well. Partners, we do compliance, ERISA, COBRA, ACA, FMLA, handbooks, HSAs, FSAs, 401ks, etc. And my inspiration, this is my last slide. I was inspired by Dave Ramsey, and I feel this is my path in life. I was not, I didn't choose Halliburton. Halliburton chose me. And so when I left Saudi, I prayed about it, and this is where I ended up. And I feel this is where I am to serve and help as many people as I can. I provide solutions, comprehensive and affordable solutions based on the business stage, needs, and budget. I build relationships. I really do care about businesses, owners, and their employees. I'm a teacher first and foremost. Relationships, yeah. First and foremost, I treat this job as if I'm a teacher. I am here to listen, educate, and assist, from meeting, quoting, presenting, enrolling in services. I'm not here to sell insurance. I'm here to teach you along the way and help you and your employees. I want to run a high-quality book of business. I sell quality products backed by quality companies and service. There are some products and services I don't sell because I don't have good reps that can handle problems, and I try not to oversell, and I'm not one of those agents that sells and run. Thank you.